When I think of melanin, there's one man that symbolizes everything about it. Wakanda lives through this man. And here on Motivational Shit, we're gonna find out what drives this man to focus on health and transformation. What led this man to tap into his greatest version of him? And today, we are going to find out the tale, the story, and the legend of Melanin Wellness Amistad. Hey, let's get it! Hey, and we back at it with another episode of Motivational Shit Podcast, man. Let's get it. Hey, man. Yo, man, we got director Huey G, Made Solid TV, Yale Entertainment, man. Subscribe to the vibe. Hey, you know, and we got a special guest here. But before we get into that, man, you know, I just wanted to say June 23rd, 2023 was my birthday, bro.
Happy birthday, man.
Hey, happy birthday, man. Happy birthday, bro.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. I turned 35. And yeah, man. I know Huey don't keep track of nobody's birthdays, man, because Huey is self-centered.
Allegedly.
Listen, you're selfish, bro. You're selfish, bro.
Yeah, you know. I tried not being selfish in work, so I'm trying to
Being selfish, it didn't work.
Yeah.
I got it.
But, you know, being that I'm turning 35, you know what I'm saying, I'm even more focused about health, which is the reason for this episode, man, because we have a man here that is the pure embodiment of melanin, the physical incarnation of a Wakanda warrior, of a Mandinka hero. We got Melanin Wellness Amistad here, man. Let's get it, man.
Yeah, I gotta say one thing before we start. I know this is supposed to be because, like me and Darlin, the side conversation we're having.
Yeah.
The guest got coconut water.
The guest got coconut water.
So it gotta be a special guest. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Now I feel like taking my shirt off. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get a nigga to take his shirt off, bro.
Oh,
grease me up, bro.
Hey,
Good,
thank you,
boy.
Trina. Thank you, Trina. Happy
going
birthday.
on. Thank you for having me today. It is an honor. It is an honor and a privilege to be on my first podcast ever, and to be with you guys at Motivational Shit. So thank you so much. I'm grateful.
Hey, man. Hey, brother. I had to, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're 50 years old, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're 50 years old. You know, man, normally when I see seniors and elders...
Call me a senior.
No. Yeah.
Shirt is back on.
I did. Okay.
No, go ahead.
Okay, excuse me.
Sorry for interrupting. Continue with what you were saying, even though you defamed me.
Normally when I see, you know, the elders, right? I don't see something that I want to strive towards. I see elders that's dealing with health conditions. I see elders as not wanting to grow and evolve. And when I see you, I'm like, oh man, hey, that's something I can strive for, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, man? You know, so I had to get you on the show, man. You know, I see you popping on the TikTok, bro. See you popping on the IG, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And hey, man, definitely shouts out for Gino, man, because Gino, he also put that in my ear, like, yo, man, you really need to get warned on the show, man.
And
You
I
know
appreciate
what I'm
that, brother, man.
Yeah.
Clean it up.
Phoenix says seniors.
Seniors.
Yes, she's 50 as well.
I'm still looking for the goddamn senior you talking about.
You trying to clean up good with it.
Man, you done turned me into my daddy right away, boy. Turned me into my damn daddy. Seniors.
Oh, my bad. You know, man, my bad.
But I understand what you're saying because that what you just said is something that was always on the forefront of my mind because I wanted to be a role model to younger people and also people in my age to let them know that it's possible, it's highly probable, possible for you to be able to be in the best shape of your life, even in your later years, because we didn't see that growing up. Like no one aspired to be like, your great granddaddy or your great grandma because they all looked decrepit, lean over, bent over, struggling with a lot of different health issues. And because of the way we were raised and taught, so we were not taught to align with our culture. And so we were taught this completely different culture or mindset where we have to go to the allopathic community in order for us to be able to receive medical help. But
Get some rest. You deserve it. And make sure you remember
40,
this before you fall asleep.
you don't
because you're
even
worth
want to
it.
look forward to getting into your older
Hey man,
years.
quick little reminder
So,
for you
I
before
am
you
here.
go to sleep tonight.
Dajoba.
You did a good job today. A really good job. Don't worry about no bullshit that happened that you couldn't even control.
Frugivore is
The most
someone
important
that eats
thing
mainly
is
food.
that you did your best.
That's basically
Get some
what
rest.
frugivore
You
is.
deserve it.
I've been,
And make sure you remember this
I
before
changed
you
the
fall
way I
asleep
eat.
because
I
you're
changed
worth
my
it.
diet to
Hey man,
80%
quick little
fruit
reminder for you
and
before you go to
20%
sleep tonight.
veggies,
You did a good job
because I
today.
wanted to
A
be able
really
to
good job.
heal the
Don't
body.
worry about no bullshit that happened that you couldn't
That's
even
right.
control. The most
that good enough
important
answer for
thing
us if we
is
do?
that you did your best. Get some rest.
I see
You deserve it. And make sure you
Oh,
remember
yes,
this
frugivore.
before
I
you
said
fall
frugivore.
asleep
Yes.
because you're worth it.
Yes.
Hey
So
man,
when people say
quick
like,
little
are you
reminder for
vegan?
you
I
before
say
you
no.
go to sleep tonight.
Yeah, I
You
don't
did a
wanna
good job
associate
today.
with-
A really
with
good
vegan-
job.
the
Don't worry
vegan
about no
movement.
bullshit that happened that you couldn't even control.
There's a reason
The
why
most
that is
important thing
about-
is that you did your best.
Oh.
Get some
Oh,
rest.
you said continue?
You deserve it.
Yeah, you-
And make
you
sure
gonna
you
let your
remember
elders
this
speak?
before you
Oh,
go to
yes, I am.
Hey
I
man,
am.
Run that
quick
back
little
a little.
reminder for you before you go to sleep
Senior
tonight.
speaking.
You did a good job today.
So,
A
the
really good
movement
job.
of veganism
Don't worry about no
is-
bullshit
it's a
that happened that you
convoluted
couldn't even
movement. It's
control.
they eat
The
a lot
most
of
important
fake
thing
foods
is that you did
that's
your
not
best.
really food.
Get some rest.
Substitute,
You deserve
things
it.
for meat
And make sure
that's
you remember
not
this
even meat,
before you fall
but
asleep
these things
because
are
you're
created
worth
in
it.
a lab. So they're not
Hey.
healthy for the body at all. And so you're eating a lot of soy products that feminizes men. The soy, everything is soybeans, and all of those are GMO products. So I wouldn't recommend it for anyone. Okay, I love the fact that people are where they're at. They're moving towards progress, and any progress is good. But we are evolving, are we not?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
we're
Let me ask you this, brother. You got this clip with you working out. Seems like of ease.
Mm-hmm.
What's your workout regimen look like?
I like deadlifts, squats, pull-ups, push-ups. I just work out. And that's a great question because a lot of people do ask, like, what is it that you specifically eat? Or what is your specific workouts? I move. I do movement. So it's not anything specific. One day I might do some pull-ups on a bar. The other day I might run from the police. You never know. You know? But you want to be able to have the ability to be active and to do the things you need to do. When a moment comes and I have to grab my well, I don't have a lady anymore, but I want to grab my loved ones. I want to be able to do that efficiently and effectively. Okay? I want to be able to bend down and not get up and go, oh, my back.
Yeah.
I want to be able
There you
to
go.
turn around and go, oh, shit, my neck. It just,
Yeah.
you ever see that happen?
Yeah.
You know why that happens?
Why?
Okay, the reason why that happens is because you lack movement in your life. Remember when you were a child, you were on the floor. You always moved on the floor, okay? And then you would move from that position and get up from the floor. But now you sleep in a bed, don't you?
Yes.
So your range of motion, you have limited your range of motion. If you slept on the floor, every day you'd have to get up from the floor, and therefore you would be doing more motion, a larger range of motion. You ever see people when they're doing squats in the gym, they don't even go all the way down.
Yeah.
They kind of go halfway down.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think, they kind of go halfway down. Is that okay that this came out?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
You're good.
Yes.
So they kind of go halfway down because of the fact that their range of motion is limited. They're feeling pain in the muscles that are connected, the tendons that are connected to the joint. All right. But babies don't have that issue. See, a baby is flexible.
That is true.
All right, because they're moving, they have a larger range of motion. We got to get back to doing that. So if anything, when you ask me what kind of exercises do I do, that's specific. I do a lot of range of motion exercises. That's why the pistol leg squat is easy for me to do.
Wow. And that, yo, I'm not to that point yet. I'm still in the horse stance, but yo, the horse stance ain't no hoe. That's some real
Notice he
progress.
used the word hoe.
Yeah.
You see what he's trying to do?
I see what he's trying to do.
Are there any fans behind him? I don't see any fans.
Not yet.
He's
So the horse stance ain't no hoe. Go ahead.
turning into a solid business.
I see what he's trying to do here.
But for anybody that's not aware of the horse stance is a martial arts stance. Basically, you squat down, right? And you keep your spine aligned in its natural position, and you hold that for a minute, maybe a minute and 22 seconds.
Why you don't just show us how to do the horse stance? I don't know what's the
Okay.
best. Just demonstrate.
I'm not
it,
sure if I. Okay. Well, all right.
And
Look. Okay.
Hey, it's better for us to see it.
Okay. So
Let's get it. There it
okay.
is.
So you gotta hold this position, right? Right now, I'm squatting, and I'm holding this position.
That's sexy as hell.
Sound like shitting.
But yeah, I'm holding this position.
He looks quite
Called a
uncomfortable,
horse
but
squat.
it's okay. I like it though.
Looks like a toilet squat.
basically.
Hey, I spent a lot of time on the toilet, by the way. And that's a good thing. Elimination is one of the 4 cornerstones. Elimination. So I'm glad that you mentioned shitting. Elimination is important. It's digestion, utilization, absorption, and elimination. And those are the 4 cornerstones of your health. All right. So we could get into that if you want. But
Yes.
I got a question about that.
Go ahead.
So saying some people are not going to the restroom like they're supposed to, what's going to happen? Like what?
They're gonna die.
Damn.
No, but it's really what it is. We all are going to die, but that's the mindset we take. Oh, we all going to die.
Yeah.
But since it's a part of the 4 cornerstones of your health, you're just going to be unhealthy since you're not able to eliminate properly. But the body is an amazing creation. Okay, it is when it gets into a desperate situation where you're not eliminating, right? It's going to start doing some major detoxification procedures. All right, and one of those could be cancer.
Ooh.
Okay, so now cancer is not really a bad thing if you have the right mindset. This is your body going a different route. Instead of going an aerobic route, now it's going an anaerobic route to produce ATP because you fucked it up. All right. So when people get cancer, you shouldn't feel like you got to go to the allopathic community to get the symptoms to go away, because the body is actually going through a detoxification process. It's actually saving your life by doing what it did to those cells. Now, all you have to do is now help to open up what they call the NF2 pathways, so that now the body will be able to get the lymphatic defense system to push things out. You want the stool to soften up. You want things to change. So stop putting the poison in the body. See, this is what blows my mind. Who told us to eat 3 meals a day?
Exactly, man.
Who told us to eat 4, 5, and 6 meals a day? Okay, we're getting this information and we don't look internally. We just always externally trying to get answers from other people. But when you look within your body's going to tell you something completely different. I only eat when the sun hits 12 o'clock, and then I stop eating when the sun sets. I don't eat anything after the sun sets, and I don't eat anything before the sun is at its highest point in the sky. So I'm following a rhythm. All right. And when I'm eating during that time, I'm only eating fruit. So I probably don't consume as much as the regular American diet have you consuming. But yet I'm fit as a motherfucker. And I look like I have musculature. Is that not right?
Right.
I don't look like what you would think most vegans look like.
Yeah.
Because you see an image of them looking emaciated. They look skinny. They look thin, right? It's like they're being malnourished, right? But that's not the case, because when you eat correctly, when you make sure you put the right things in your body and you have the activity, your body just produces what it is that you're seeing. I thought I was going to lose my muscles when I changed over, but I didn't. I got more energy because energy actually comes from the fruit. The fructose that you get from that fruit is desired by the alien organism that lives within your body. You've heard of mitochondria, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so mitochondria resides within the trillions and trillions of cells. And I said that on the video that went viral. Mitochondria resides in the trillions and trillions of cells that you have in your body. And it's not you, it's an alien organism. It has its own DNA, its own RNA sequencing. It can replicate itself. It has its own digestive system. It eats shit. Okay? And it digests it. And then it has its own respiratory system. And it's a symbiotic relationship. Now, symbiosis is one of the most important things I've learned in the 90 plus days that I've been on this journey, right? It's about having a relationship with someone, giving them what they want, and they give you what you want. It's not a parasitical relationship where you just take.
Yeah.
Right? So when it comes to, do you guys have any examples in nature of a symbiotic relationship between you and nature? You have any examples? You know
Well, I'll say the human being and the tree. You know, the human being produces the carbon, the tree takes the carbon, the tree produces oxygen, we inhale the oxygen.
So that is a great example.
Yeah.
And that was the one I was going to come up with. See, we're in alignment.
Yeah.
That was the one I was going to come up with about symbiosis. So between you and you and mitochondria, the symbiotic relationship is you give her fructose, she gives you ATP.
Okay.
Adenosine triphosphate. Now, if you try to give her something like a complex sugar, she doesn't let it in the cell.
Complex sugar, like the candy.
Yeah, so something like
Skittles.
dextrose, a polysaccharide, or a sugar that's so complex that when it's trying to get absorbed, she goes, I don't know what the fuck that is. So I'm not going to let that in here. So now you're starving the cell. So instead of giving her what she wants, you starved her. And guess what she does? She kills the cell.
Mm.
Wow. So you ruin the relationship with mitochondria. So mitochondria prefers simple sugars. There are 3 of them. Galactose, which is breast milk. That's what you used to get from the titty. Mm-hmm. I still want breast milk, by the way.
Yeah,
I still do, but I don't ever get that. But anyway, then there's glucose, which is the secondary one. That's the one that you get from the vegetables.
Okay.
All right. She prefers fructose. See, fructose gets the analogy that I use is fructose gets in without paying at the door. It's VIP.
It's VIP.
Yeah, it gets right into the club. Okay. Glucose, you got to get checked at the door and you got to pay at the door. You got to get checked by security. So insulin has to show up.
Okay. Bars.
He breaks stuff down good.
Yeah. Did I tell you?
Yeah, bars.
Yeah. Insulin has to show up in order for you to get that sugar within the cell. What is sugar made of, by the way? You know the 3 elements that sugar is made up of? Carbon. We're carbonated beings, right?
Yes.
All right. Hydrogen. You need the hydrogen to create an acidic condition to break shit down. That's what she uses to digest shit. The hydrogen that you get from that. And oxygen. If you don't have oxygen, you're dead.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's why sugar is your fuel. But they want you to eat meat. They say eat meat. They say eat all the processed foods. They're giving us all these different things. And what that does is it creates because everything has to break down into sugar. Everything. Mm-hmm. So if you have meat, you got to break this shit down. And our bodies are not the same as everyone else's bodies. Okay. Our stomachs are not as hot as other people's stomach. Our mouths don't produce as much acid as other people's mouths. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like that. So we have to make sure we're more careful with what we put inside our being than they have to. Not saying it won't kill them. It'll still fuck them up. Okay, but for us, think of it as this. You ever heard of people with an O blood type?
Yes.
So that's a universal donor, right?
I'm an O positive.
You're O positive, right? So anybody can get his blood. But he can't get everybody's blood. So if somebody with A blood try to give him blood, it'd kill you. Mm-hmm. It'd mess him up, right?
Mm-hmm. So I'm the savior to everybody.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
So what I'm saying, that was pretty good. So I like the way you plug for yourself. I am the savior. I am Black Jesus. Jesus. And they're gonna say I'm Black Panther, he's Black Jesus. This is a good team, and I appreciate that. Okay, so everybody could get our blood because I'm O as well. Everybody could get our blood, but we can't get everybody's blood. Everybody can eat our diet, but we can't eat everybody's diet. So when the others tell you need to do the Atkins diet because this is going to help you to get into shape and build muscle, that's going to create such a severe acid condition in your body that you're gonna receive the effects of it a lot sooner than they would receive the negative effects of it. That's why melanated people have the highest rates of what? Diabetes. High blood pressure. High blood pressure. Why is that? We all eating the same shit. Right? They're pushing their diets on us. We all eating it. So why are we the most? Why are we the most sick? We're the most sick because we are out of alignment with the Most High. We are the Most High's original children. Yes. So he says you have to be separate from them. You have to do what I tell you to do more than they have to do. You are the role model for the world, but you decide to follow what they're doing. They tell you to hop, skip, and jump and turn left, and you hop, skip, and I told you to go here. I told you to eat this. This is what you eat. You eat fruit. And that's why I started to do it, and I started to see my body change. See, I always looked fit, but on the inside, what was wrong with me? My erections had stopped working, right? Not only that, I had no circulation going to the extremities of my body, so my hands were always cold. I always felt cold, okay? When I get up too quickly, I would get dizzy. So when I was working out, I had to sit down for long periods of time because I was so overwhelming. And I was forgetting shit all the time. Always forgetting. Then I had the hemorrhoidal condition that occurred. Now I'm bleeding in the toilet every time I take a dump. Okay? So on the outside, I look good, but the inside, I'm a whitewashed tomb. Remember that scripture, whitewashed tomb? Gotcha. I'm fucked up on the inside. So now I said, okay, I got to obey. It's time to be obedient. I should have did it a long time ago. But now that I said, okay, I'll be obedient, the best time for me to be obedient would have been 25 years ago. The second best time is when?
Now.
Right now.
Gotcha. You know what? If I worked on a job, I would come and get you to show me how, to train me. How you break stuff down. I'd be like, man, look, man, show me how to do this because you got a good way of just, breaking stuff down and making stuff, make sense.
Exactly.
A lot of times people talk to something, just like, I don't know what they're talking about. But you got a good way of oh, okay, X go to Z, Z go to,
I too want to say, in regards to when you was talking to the meat, right? All right. Before my birthday came, I did 4 days, just no meat, right? Mm-hmm. Saturday, I decided to eat some fried fish and some, fried rice and some hush puppies. And after I love
those things, by the way.
I know, right? Yeah.
I can relate, bro. Everything you mentioned, it got my mouth salivating right now. Everything that you mentioned. I want some hush puppies right now.
Man.
But I'm saying that to say there's a reason why I'm saying that, okay? It's because they have designed the food in such a way that it is so fucking delicious.
Yeah.
Right? So it fires off the dopamine receptors in the brain, but it's so bad for you. It's killing you on the inside. But they've designed it. They got a word called bliss point. Look it up, bliss point. Where they add the right amounts of salt, the right amounts of fat and lipids, the right amount of sugar into one food so that when you taste it, you go, God damn. Yeah. And you feel like nutting. Like you want to nut in the fucking Lay's potato chip bag. Then they tell you, you can't eat just one. They challenge you. I bet you can't eat just one. You eat the whole fucking bag, don't you?
Yeah, you can't.
I mean, they don't even give you the facility to be able to fold the bitch up and put it away because when you fold it up, it uncrinkles and it opens right back up.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta finish the bag, nigga. You can't unless you get a clothespin. And nobody walks around with a fucking clothespin.
Yeah, no one walks around with a clothespin. And too, after I ate it, man, I felt sluggish. I went to an event. I was just sluggish and tired. You know what I'm saying? Versus from when I, didn't eat meat, I was more flexible, energy, movement. Movement was harder. You know what I'm saying? So
your body is a Lamborghini. Why are you putting diesel fuel in it? Why are you putting 87 octane in it?
Wow.
You understand? Because you keep doing that, you're going to fuck up the inner workings. And now you got a Lamborghini that don't move. It's seized up.
I'm about to drop this man's mixtape.
Bars.
Well, before we continue the conversation to help, I do want to highlight what you do. You know what I'm saying? What I see you got this Mandinka drink.
The Mandinka tonic, yes.
Yes. So what does this?
It's a bitter. What it is it comes from the Congo. Now we have a situation that's occurring where the soil that we plant in is minerally deficient, and they've been knowing this since the early 1930s, 1940s in America. There was a congressional hearing about it where they say, listen, we got to do a different type of farming practice because what we're doing is just depleting the soil, but we're not remineralizing the soil. Well, the body that we live in, which is the earth, this is if you could think that the earth is like a body. Our body has inhabitants in it as well, like I described, mitochondria.
Yeah.
So there are other entities that live within this body. So the earth has us living within its body.
Yeah.
Right. And the soil, to remineralize the soil, mineral has to be transported. Just like we have blood vessels, the earth has rivers. Okay, the rivers look just like the blood vessels that's in my arm. These vessels look just like rivers, right? So when you have a river that's flowing, there's life. But if you dam the river, there is no life, right? That's true. They have effectively dammed the rivers in the United States so that they could produce, they say, electricity and different things. But what they've effectively done is they killed everything below the dam. Okay? So now you plant in soil in that area there's no river flow, the soil is going to lose what? Nutrients. Yeah, the nutrients, right? And so the plants are going to suffer. And so since the 1930s, they were saying, we got to be able to, do something different, but it never changed their farming practices. And that's what made disease go up overall in the United States. You know what I'm saying? It went up markedly like 4,000%. Okay? So what's going on? On a basic level, this is what's going on. Okay? I want to make sure I explain it because this is like an epiphany, a download that I received.
Okay.
I was watching a video about volcanoes.
Yeah.
And I was like, everybody hates volcanoes because they're destructive, right? Okay. I fell in love with volcanoes. I said, there's something positive about volcanoes. What is that hot shit that's coming out? What's in it? What's in it?
Minerals, vitamins.
It's minerals. Yeah. It's a hot soup of all the minerals that's inside of the earth, right? So when the pressure changes, the lithostatic pressure from the magmastatic pressure, when the lithostatic pressure, which is the pressure of whatever is on top of it, is less than the magmastatic pressure, you get an eruption. Okay? And so this hot soup of minerals starts pouring down and it solidifies and it forms what we call mountains today. So lava coming from the earth form mountains. So now you have these large containers of all the minerals that you need to be the best you in a mountain. That's why they dig into mountains and they steal the minerals and they sell it to you in your phone. They sell it to you in all the gold chains. But these minerals belong where? In your body. But how do they get in your body where you can absorb them? Through a river system. See, the river rain comes down, it starts to erode a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And also the lava, when it flow down, it put crevices in the earth, did it not?
Yes.
So it puts crevices. That's the riverbed. And that stuff dries up, eventually cools down, and it has the riverbed full of minerals. So the reason why they're damming the rivers is that they could steal the minerals from the riverbed. But the water flowing along it will drag the minerals out of it. And eventually, when flooding occurs, flooding goes perpendicular to the travel of the river. It goes outward, then that settles and it remineralizes the soil. That's how you remineralize the soil. Natural flooding. But we don't get that anymore, do we?
No.
Because we think flood is bad.
Yeah.
Because you're going to destroy my house. You should have never built your house there. Right? But because now we don't get good food because you want convenience, because they taught us to live completely different than how the Most High taught us to live, is the reason why we're suffering. Just like the people that was in the desert when they were being given manna, but they wanted something different. They wanted the meat. They never made it to the promised land, didn't they? They never made it. There were some stiff-necked people. That's what we are. That's what we are, analogous to us being stiff-necked. We are so out of order that is almost like this is why you're suffering. So when we get in alignment with the Most High, we get in alignment with nature, right? We are going to thrive. So I can't wait for this economy and shit to break down. I'm excited. We don't when the money goes to shit, you better make sure you have your shit together.
Right.
You got about 5 years. We got about 5 years to get our shit together. So we got to get your land, make sure you're planting your food, some clean running water, and fruits and vegetables being grown, and get your ladies, you know what I'm saying? Make your baby or babies.
Speaking of that, ladies, your juice. Like,
we got to go back to the juice. So the Mandinka tonic is made of over 97 minerals, high mineral concentration, because it's an active volcano of volcanic areas where these were harvested from, the root. And this root is a bitter. So what it does is it increases the detoxification method of your body. It opens up the NF2 pathways. It causes the lymphatic defense system to start moving again, because you got to have current flow for you to have life. And then you start detoxing. And so it will help you to cure you of all of these ailments or diseases, as I don't believe in disease. Okay. I believe that's your body trying to detox. Let's help it out some more. Right. Don't go to the doctor and get chemotherapy. Don't do that. Let's help the body to eliminate the way it's supposed to eliminate. And this is one of the methods that is going to allow you to detox the body, and get the blood flow back to the penis, the blood flow back to the body, so you can have those youthful erections again, so you could have that youthful ability to move, when you're supposed to move. When you got to run from the police, you got to run, but you need circulation. You need the body to be working the way it's supposed to be working. So I was given this tonic about 5 years ago from a gentleman by the name of Baba G. I was struggling with the hemorrhoids, and I was sick one day at work. I couldn't work because it came out, and I was just struggling. I was sitting outside, and this man in purple shows up and says, "Hey, drink this." I said, "I don't know who the fuck you are." That's exactly how I replied to the man. I said, "I don't know who the fuck you are. What do you mean drink this? Who will drink something a strange man in purple comes up and say drink it?" He said, "Man, my ex-wife called me to tell you to give it." I said, "Sir, I am so sorry." I did not know that Mr. Silly sent you. I apologize, sir. And then I drank it in 20 minutes. The inflammation went away, and I went back to work. So I was like, how does that work? I said, what the fuck is going on? I was amazed. And so he's like, yeah, it's good for this. It goes to help to heal you from this. And, he's saying all these different things that, normally you can't heal nobody from these things, because you were taught that you can't, there's no way to cure that. So I'm starting to drink this thing, and I'm getting more energy, and I'm wondering why. But I'm going to the bathroom as well more often than I was, right? At one point, I felt like I was breaking out. So I felt like it was bad for me. Let me tell you something, okay? When you break out from doing a detox, you better hope that you break out. You better hope that you start coughing and sneezing, because if you have a severe toxic situation, you want to expel it. So people's mindsets are a little bit skewed to, they don't really understand what these herbs are really supposed to do for you. They're supposed to cause you to expel and eliminate. Okay, so if you start to break out, that's the body pushing out the toxins. Okay, if you get a little nauseous, when you drink alcohol, what happens? Too much alcohol.
You get drunk.
That happens first. Yeah.
We
throw up. What is that called? What is that analogous to? Detox, right?
Oh, getting up.
Yeah. The body said this is way too much poison, right? Yeah. And it says we got to get this shit out right now, right?
It do.
And so it comes out, right? So herbs do that to the body on a different level, but it does similarly that to the body, where wherever you have the issues where the NF2 pathways are blocked and the lymphatic defense system is like, you have a gout situation where it's a localized area on your body where you have the acidosis that occurred. The body sent the mucus to surround that acid, and then it started pulling calcium from the body and calcified it. Why did it do that? To get it out your blood, to keep your blood pure and clean. So it had to stop it. It was in the blood. The body had to get it out, calcify it, solidify it, so that it doesn't contaminate the blood, the life source of your body. Wow, so the body's trying to save you. You thinking that, oh, I got gout. Well, yeah, you fucked up. But this situation is an expression of the body trying to save you. Now what you got to do is you got to put the right things in the body so that it'll break it up and the lymphatic defense system will what? Shuttle it out. Okay? So this is what that does. It breaks down the inflammation. It breaks down those situations and allow you to shuttle that out and eliminate it and in effect healing the body.
You know what? That's just like mental health. I teach a lot of my clients that with your anger, anxiety, and depression, a lot of people hold that in, is poison. You got to get it out, but you got to get out in a positive, constructive way. Journaling, poetry, positive self-talk. So I see the court. The health, the mental health, the spiritual health are all connected.
They're all connected.
They all connected, and they operate the same way.
So if you change your food and you start putting the right food in your body, you change your mental health.
Yes.
You're not gonna be depressed as much. You're not gonna have anxiety. You're not gonna have the violent tendencies. You're not gonna respond the same way to things because now you're in control. You don't have parasites fucking with you. You don't have this sickness and this ailment messing with you, right? So I wanted to start with what we're putting in our mouth, because out of the body, whatever you put in your mouth, you understand? Whatever you put in this body, that's what's coming out.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is like juice. I also have the juice, right? This is a juice because it makes it convenient. One, I don't eat any solid food till 12. So prior to that, if I want something in my body, I start with juice or I drink coconut water. You would never see me really drinking any blank water because blank water doesn't have any minerals in it and it's not structured the same way as fruit water is. Fruit water has a completely different structure and it's accepted into the cells, so it actually hydrates the cell. Okay.
Black water.
Blank.
Oh, blank. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, like just a bottle of water that you get from Kroger.
Yeah.
I don't mess with that. Because I don't need it. So if it ever came a point where we can't get any water from the store, I ain't tripping. You know what I'm gonna drink? Fruit, watermelon, the same thing that we scared to eat because people think black people would like watermelon. I don't give a fuck. I love watermelon.
Yeah, hey, same here.
H3O, right? Yeah, it's called H3O2. It's just structured differently, okay? And that structure, that jelly-like structure, is what's acceptable to the cells. Don't ask me why. That bitch in there loved H3O2. That's what the bitch loved. Mitochondria love H3O2. Give her what she want. Sometimes I don't even know what these ladies want. They want certain things. Like they like to go shopping, right? And I'd be like, man, I don't like to go shopping, but she like to go. Just let her go. You want to be happy? Let me do what she want to do.
Yo, that's
what she want to do, man.
That's real.
So when I started giving her what she want, she started giving me more energy. Okay, so I went to the gym. I started to work out. I was like, man, I feel really good. I mean, this bitch loved me. I didn't think she actually do love me. I was fucking up. I didn't give her what she wanted. So ATP is critical. You get more ATP produced per unit from fruit, about 12,000 angstroms of energy, right? When you do vegetables, you get 9,000. When you do meat, you get about 3,000. When you do McDonald's, you get 0.
Yeah.
And I got that from Yaki. You guys heard of Yaki?
Oh yeah.
I heard Yaki say that, and it resonated with me. I was like, Yaki is a fucking genius.
Yeah.
I got the not eating the 12 to that from Yaki.
Yeah, Yaki's a genius. Okay, and the way he breaks shit down. I'd be over there. I'd be on cloud 9. When he started talking, I said, man, that shit makes so much goddamn sense. Yeah. And then I take what he says and I go look it up. I just start reading different things and start to figure out, okay, what's going on? Why they don't talk about things in a certain way? Because I have a very thorough understanding that they hide shit from us. Okay? Because once we start aligning with the way, the Most High wants us to move, we become more like the Most High. And that is... I would think that would be pretty scary for a motherfucker, wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
We gotta keep these niggas down because we are powerful.
Yes.
Ever since I changed the way I was eating, a lot of things changed for me. The way I thought, the way I was thinking to the way I'm thinking now, and things started opening up for me. I was always the kind of guy that was always trying to find money and broke, struggling, homeless. you know, and listen, I suffer well. Okay. I'm good at suffering because I'm still here. Right. And
Yes.
I even prided myself on the fact how much I could suffer and not die. That's fucked up a way of looking at things, but I prided myself. By the way, that word is grit. Grit is when you can move through while somebody is knocking you over the head and trying to break you down, but you still go, okay, you're still trudging forward. Like the dung beetle. You know, all he do is shovel through shit all day long. Right? So that was me, the dung beetle. But then I started to have a different mindset. I say, hold up, you strong as fuck. Now let's think about this more positively. If you actually believed in yourself, how much can you do? You know? So when I started to see success come in my life, instead of thinking, you know what, let me don't give it my full effort, because if I do, this is the way people think, by the way. If I give it my full effort and I fail, that means I give it my full effort. So let me just give it a little bit of effort. And if I fail, I can always fall back on the fact that I didn't give it my full effort. Ain't that some stupid, isn't that almost illogical? Makes sense, but it don't make sense. Give your full effort every time, because you actually probably will succeed, as powerful as we are. And then I started thinking, when that girl left me, she dumped me because I couldn't do what she wanted me to do. Right? Eventually she left me. But she left me with some important critical information before she left. She said, I think you should eat fruits and veggies. Do a 14-day fast. I love the black woman.
14-day fast?
That's what she said. You should do fruits and veggies for 14 days. And I said, man, I could do that. Right? So I gave it my full effort. Right? Now this is day 90 plus. And what is that? What happened now? I'm on a wonderful talk show talking about the products that I use. Yes. People are gonna buy this product. People are gonna buy this juice. People are gonna start drinking coconut water. People are gonna start working out. People are in my DMs currently. I have over 400 people DMing me, asking me for my free meal strategy. And because I give it my full effort. Now, what if I give it a half-ass effort? What if I give it a half-ass? I did it for 12 days and then went back to eating Popeye's chicken and Skittles. What if I did that?
Yeah.
Then I'd still be in the dumps, wouldn't I?
Still be in the dumps.
Okay. Give it your full effort.
Yo, with that right there, man, we're going to go on the break. I want y'all to meditate on what Amastar is saying. Subscribe to his vibe, Melanin Wellness, Amastar. He's on TikTok. He's on
Warren
YouTube,
Cardi and
IG.
TikTok. Yeah, I'm on TikTok as Warren Cardi.
Yes. So make sure y'all subscribe to the vibe. Subscribe to the vibe of motivational shit, man. Y'all stay tuned, because next up, we are going to talk about the male's anatomy and how what you eat affects that. Hey, I want to say shout outs to Miss Simon. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes. All right.
Wait, hold on. Thank you, guys.
I'm gonna go work out real quick. I'll be back.
Hey, thank you for tuning in to Yale Radiocast. Listen, business owners, people that are entrepreneurial in spirit and need to get their business out there, contact Yale Entertainment. We will advertise your company. We will advertise your brands with a listener base that covers the globe. We offer a variety of packages at affordable prices. Call us at 678-586-9241. If you need to email us, you can contact us at yaleent1@gmail.com. If you need to get your business out there, contact Yale Entertainment to get the business.
It's your girl Empress Nay, and I just want to give a big shout out to Motivational Shit and Yale Entertainment. Hit me up on all my social medias at I am Empress Nay and Empress Loving Co. for all your tarot reading services. Oh, come with me to Africa as well, June 5th through the 15th. All right. Peace.
Yep. Hey, you're here with Lightworker Wayne, and if you need motivation, if you need encouragement, if you need the positivity, I'm that guy. So subscribe to my vibe. You can find me on TikTok, IG, YouTube at Lightworker Wayne. Hey, and also if you dealing with any type of mental health issues, depression, anxiety, anger, and if you need coaching on that, then I'm the light. Send me an email at supererswayy0623@gmail.com. I'm the light to shine you on a road of greatness, for you can succeed and overcome and manage that. So don't be afraid to send me an email and subscribe to my vibe. Let's get it!
Hey man, what it do, man? It's Pimp Slim, man. Come rock with your boy on Pimp Talk Podcast, man. Every Monday from 7 to 8. Y'all already know how we rockin', man. We gonna talk about some things that's been going on in the rap game and in the community, mental health. You know what I'm saying? Just a little different, man. Shout out to Yale ENT and RTV, man. Let's get it. Polo. Pimpin' only lives on. Paper on, loyalty only. Where you gonna keep your money going on?
Hey, it's Pastor Sean with Healing Haven of Atlanta, where we specialize in the healing and development of our young men and our young dads 18 and up. We are a community resource center. We specialize in the healing and development, young men, young dads. We help you get on your feet. We help you get your job. We help you with leadership development. You have suspended license because of child support. We have fatherhood classes that can help you guys get on your feet, get your license back, whether it is court ordered or voluntarily. Plus, we have wraparound services that are right here in this community to help us with job training and job placement. Y'all can reach us at Healing Haven, the number 8 at gmail.com, or reach us on the web at healinghavenatl.org. Come through, come holler at us, let us be of service to you. Peace.
Motivational shit podcast, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the vibe, like, comment, and share. Right? Share this vibration to as many people as you can, for they can feel the motivation and evolve up and level up to elevation.
Why you breathing hard, Wayne?
Well, you know, hey, we just got done doing push-ups, man. You know,
We tired as hell. We're trying to take a holistic approach. I had to put that one in there, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't got my shirt on, so you know what I'm saying? They're pimping me out over here, motivational shit. You know what I'm saying? I got niggas pimping me. This is a fucking ridiculous. I'm the bitch.
Take that shit off. We get the views, man.
Got my titties out.
Yeah.
What's going on, man? I'm over here flexing the titties. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, like,
Yeah.
I got an idea for you, right?
I got a good idea.
We're going to shoot the views up.
You know what I'm saying? And he said it so smoothly. I got a good idea. He said, I got a good idea, bitch. And he just said it so smoothly. I didn't even hear the word bitch. Suck me right in.
Yo.
So I want the family to know, like, how to pick the best produce that you can pick when you go to the store really quickly. Now, I love coconut water, but I'm very attentive to what's in the ingredients, okay? So we're going to cover really quickly so you could know, just for the family could know, it's education.
Yes.
When you read the label, it says it has added sugar. You don't ever want to purchase or use anything with added sugars, because added sugars are like cocaine, okay? Anything that you remove from the fruit, it's like, it's what they've done is they perverted the God gene and turned it into the devil gene. They take what God has created for us that's good for us, and they've changed the molecular structure and isolated the chemistry, and then they heat it up, and it turns into a crystal, just like cocaine, a drug. So it fire off the receptors in the brain, and it'll be, oh, this is delicious. But when it gets within the body on a cellular level, the body doesn't recognize it as sugar. Then it stores it within the lipid structures, and then it look like you're pregnant as a man. You understand?
Yeah.
Because it can't really use it, so it just has to store it. Okay. So in this particular can of coconut water, it has added sugars and it has citric acid, but the citric acid is also changed. They pull it out of the fruit and change the chemistry of it, so it can cause inflammation and acidosis in the body. And so now you got joint pain. You know what I'm saying? Now you're having all these different issues that you're struggling with, and you want to know why, but you think you're being healthy, but you're not. Okay. All right. So I love coconut water. Just wanted the family to know that. Okay. And if you could get you an app, I have an app on my phone that I downloaded so I could scan barcodes and teach people just from the app to let them know what's in their foods that they're buying. Right?
Dope.
Basically, you should just get stuff that's 100% says nothing but one ingredient.
Yeah, just one ingredient. You know, you don't need a preservative. Let it spoil. It spoils. It spoils. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you get a coconut off the tree, it ain't got no citric acid from Monsanto and that motherfucker. You know, it don't have any what's this other one that I could barely pronounce? Potassium metabisulfite. It doesn't have that because it doesn't need it. You know, it comes straight from the earth. So coconut water, the best place to drink coconut water from is from the coconut. But there are companies that do, package it. Harmless Harvest does a good job. And there's some other companies out there that do a good job. I'm trying to get a little bit of a collaboration with one of these companies. Eventually, they'll allow me to do that, and I could offer their products. Fuck it, make my own product.
Yeah.
You know, I got coconut trees in the Virgin Islands on my land.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we do it that way.
Right. Yo, I want us to touch on definitely something that men, this part of the session of motivational shit, we're going to talk about what affects the will of the D. It is strong for every man to have a strong will of the D, to master the will of the D, to use the will of the D.
This motherfucker is a poet. But I could have swear he said we need to masturbate. I was like, what are we doing? The will of the D. Okay, I get it now. I got it. Master the will of the D. I get it.
Yes,
okay.
Yes, man.
I don't know, man. That's why he got me with my shirt off. He got me using that poetry. You got this, bitch. It's okay. We're gonna make some money. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, all right, young man.
Yo, I know you have a story, about when you dealt with ED.
Yes.
And if anyone don't know, ED is short for erectile dysfunction. That's basically when a man is unable to get his penis erected.
Mm-hmm. And this is such a sad story. Heather. We are sad. Let's get a little bit lively. It's okay. All right.
Okay.
Because I'm excited now because the outcome is now that I can get an erection now. So I am fucking excited. All right. Not physically right now, but I'm just fucking excited right now. Because they all pimping me over here, by the way. I never thought that Wayne was a pimp. He's like, hey, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? He's like, hey, let's get it, bitch. He said it real quick, too. Hey, let's get it, bitch. Come on.
Dave Chappelle, Wayne Brady.
Oh, yeah.
He got a choke a bitch. What's up?
Wayne Brady got a choke a bitch. The Wayne Brady got to choke a bitch. Amistad, you do what I tell you to do, okay? It's for your betterment, okay? The will of the D, baby. The will of the D, baby. All right. So here we go. Yeah, I met this really amazing lady, all right? And I decided to love her. I made a decision to love this woman. Ideally, I can remember the memories that we have. And I actually post these memories on my Instagram page. Even though me and this lady are no longer in a relationship, the lover is gone, but the love is still there. And that's just the real of the real. Okay, so I could never just forget that because it was one of the greatest moments in my life, right? Mm-hmm. But at that time, I was struggling really with erectile function. And I don't usually say dysfunction, but you know what I mean when I say erectile function. And what I was doing to cover that, I had to really think back about how long this was going, or how long this was occurring in my life, because it didn't just happen just then. I just was like mentally oblivious. I kind of didn't want to consider that this is what was going on with me. Mm-hmm. So when I wanted to have sex with a woman, I just go use a pill. That's what I would do. You know what I'm saying? And I was thinking, it's just gonna I'm just making it better. Mm-hmm. I'm performing better because I'm using this pill, because that's how they sold it to me as, hey, your shit is okay, but this is going to make it better. So I started to think about how long I was using this pill. It was about 2 to 3 years I've been using these pills. Okay. And so now I come to a point where the pills don't really have a positive effect anymore. It's almost as if it's like the body's like, we used to this shit now. You still have the issue, brother. Mm-hmm. You still have the underlying problem, but now the pill don't work. So what the fuck are you going to do now? So it happened at this point when now I finally found a woman that I wanted to be in my life for the rest of my life. And I remember the first time that I tried to make love to her, I kind of halfway got it done. Okay. Kind of halfway got an erection, halfway got the job done, and I was disappointed in my performance, and she was disappointed too. She was very excited about it initially, but I could see the disappointment throughout the time that, I couldn't continue with the performance. And I was like, I gotta fix this. I gotta do better. So now the pressure's on me. So now I'm having all this this pressure, this stress that's on me because this is important to me.
Yeah.
Right. This part of my life is important to me. It's pivotal. I go home and I'm like, okay, maybe I need to stop watching porn. It's too much porn. So I stop watching. I stop watching the porn. I go, what else could I do? And in communicating with her, I was afraid to tell her that I was having a problem with the erectile function, but it was coming to a head because the second time we met, I didn't get an erection, and then the third time we met, I didn't get an erection at all. Okay, so now I'm spilling the beans. I'm literally in tears. Okay, literally in tears. I don't know what to do. I was like, I don't know what to do, but I don't want you to worry. I'm going to fix this. I'm going to fix this. This is how I'm having this conversation is going. I'm going to fix this. And she's just kind of sitting there in a stoic, kind of quiet. She's not really responding, and I'm getting more and more scared because in my mind, I'm thinking she's going to leave me. She's going to abandon me. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. And she pulled back. She said in a conversation on the phone, I was thinking, I've been thinking, and I think we need to take it slow. So she pulled back, right? And now I'm like, man, I'm going to lose this girl that I love, that I decided to love. And what she told me, because she did leave, okay? But she left about day 30 of me utilizing the fruits and the veggies, because my erection came back about day 20 right then, but I was scared to go see her because I wasn't sure if it was going to work. Because I woke up that morning, I was like, I saw the morning woody, and I ain't seen a morning woody in a minute. You know what I'm saying? So when I saw the morning woody, I was like, God damn, look. Oh, I took a picture of it and everything, by the way. But I didn't want to send a dick. I didn't want to be that nigga and send a dick pic. I was like, look, I got an erection. You know what I'm saying? I was like a kid, boy. I was like, taking snaps and shit, snap. You know what I'm saying? Scrolling through and picking the best one. That's good lighting. In that one. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna send it out, but I said, don't be that nigga. Don't send it out. You know what I'm saying? So like day 15, day 20, day 25, I started getting the morning woody some more. You know what I'm saying? I got a portion of my phone history that nobody needs to see, just a whole bunch of dicks. I was just taking pictures. So but I eventually went over there by day number 31, day number 32, and we were able to have sex. And it was way better than, the first, the second time. Definitely better than the second or third time because I had no erection, And but she still eventually was like, you know what? She left, So I don't even know what the moral of this story is.
Oh, you was trying to figure out how you progressed.
Just in progression.
Still left.
Yeah.
After.
So even though she still left, that was the devastating part for me because she left for other reasons, she said. But ultimately, in my mind, if you don't have a good erection, it's over.
It's over. It is
over. Okay. So in doing what I needed to do by changing the way I was eating, right? By doing the fruits and veggies, my erections came back and they're getting better and better. But it took me a long time to fuck it up. So it's going to take a little while to completely heal it. Okay. The same thing I tell anybody, listen, you're not going to be able to get to where you want to get to overnight. Okay. You spent a lot of time drinking, a lot of time throwing up, a lot of time eating Skittles, a lot of time eating Popeye's chicken. You spent a lot of time, discipline time, fucking your body up. Don't expect for this shit to be fixed in 2 days to 3 days to 4 days. Okay? So put the same amount of discipline that you put into fucking your body up, put the same amount of discipline into healing your body. Okay? So now that I'm at day number 90, I have full, harder erections today than I've ever had. I just ain't got nobody to put it in, but I'm going to work on that. You know what I'm saying? Work on that.
She on the screen.
Yeah. Yo.
Oh, that's me?
Yeah.
Washing kale.
50 days, just watermelon and 50 days, fruits and veggies, man. Makes a big change. You know, I got a little short story too, man.
Short story.
Oh, stop!
Yeah, I got a short story, man.
This is gonna be a long day.
When I was like 29, 30, kind of at the end of my marriage, I dealt with the curse of ED. I had more weight. I remember that time I was working at UPS, man. I had a lot more weight. I wasn't getting adequate sleep. Foods I would eat, especially on weekends, smoking a lot of weed, just pizzas. I eat a whole large Papa John's pizza and then eat some Mexican food later on that day, man.
But that sounds delicious.
It wasn't good in my body though. I mean,
no, it's not.
I had a large, pizza, and I started dealing with complications with that, and I understand how that could do with effects with the relationship, because then we get into arguments. I dealt with anxiety anytime when it came to anytime when it came to sex. I dealt with the shame of just a woman criticizing me because I couldn't get my thing up, this and that, and ultimately that relationship did fail. And, for my men, any woman you with, regardless of what belief she with, regardless of what she say, as a man, you got to be able to have a hard erection to keep that, relationship going. I don't care what a woman says, but after that, that's when I kind of entered my homeless period. When I was homeless, I had to change up how I was eating because of the amount of money. And I started only eating one time a day. Started exercising more. A woman I was dating at that time, I was super attracted to her, and she was more on a health tip. So she was telling me to eat a lot of fruits and stuff, and boom, boom, boom. That one didn't work. But at 35, I don't have that problem no more. I have a lot of fruits and veggies. Yeah, I still do eat meat. And I'm probably am going to let that go, pretty soon. But I always start my days off with smoothies, teas, cayenne pepper, turmeric, ashwagandha, ginger, and cinnamon with lemon and some honey. I drink that tea every day. You know what I'm saying? And I do my smoothies, my coconut water. I always include fruits every day. And I don't got that problem no more.
This is a very important conversation that we're having. And I want to say that I'm very proud of you. You understand? I'm proud of you, man. And I want to address something that is pivotal. The reason why men suffer in silence, right? Because a lot of men are struggling with erectile function issues, and we suffer in silence because we fear what women will say and what they'll do.
Yes.
Okay. We love them so much. We do. Okay. But we would hope that we could confide in them and tell them, hey, I'm having an issue, and still feel secure that they're not going to leave you, that they're going to help and assist you, that they're going to be supportive of you, and that's what I find when I have conversations with a lot of men that say they struggle with this, is that they're not telling their ladies. They would rather go get a blue pill and tell a lady that they're having issues in that department. Okay. And it's only going to damage their bodies even more, and, I have run it. I'm not saying that I haven't ran into women that are actually of character, because I have run into a few women that have character, and the character of being able to say, listen, my man has an issue and I'm going to help that motherfucker with it. I'm going to help him. I'm going to help him with it. Okay. That is power. Yeah. Okay. And this is such a difficult conversation, to have to admit to the world that my dick didn't work. It's not an easy thing for me to do.
Yeah.
Okay. And when I did it, none of that is easy. But I know that there are many people out there that it would resonate with, that want help. And that's why they're in my DMs. It's because now that I've been doing the work, right, I get rewarded. Mitochondria, that bitch in me. She said, I'm gonna give you the ATP that you need for you to get this erection. You've been giving me good shit. You've been giving me what I need. Okay, so now you get what you need. Go ahead and go fuck that bitch. Go fuck it. You can go. You can put your just don't put it in the wrong pussy. Put it in the right one. You know you don't need to put it in that one over there. Put it in that one right there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I now have a better relationship with self. Okay. So you wanted to talk about the different things that you utilize in order for you to get your dick energy up. Because ultimately, this is a specific thing, but it's more so a holistic thing. It's a holistic thing, right? Yeah. So, because it's about circulation, it's about river flow, it's about undamming yourself, undamming the river flow, the currency of the body. And so if your blood is flowing in the way it's supposed to flow, it's going to go ahead and go to all of the areas of the body. And so watermelon is critical. Yes. Right? So watermelon is a great fruit for you to utilize because the watermelon has an amino acid in it called L-citrulline. And L-citrulline is really centrally located within the white rind portion of the watermelon. Yes. So when you make your smoothies, don't just put the red, beautiful shit in there. Scrape that bitter white shit. Scrape that up and put it in the smoothie as well. And that's going to go ahead and produce a dilation of the blood vessels. That means the blood vessel goes from being this area to a larger surface, a larger area, more blood flow for you, okay? So that's critical. Another one is a herb that's good is Damiana leaf. Damiana leaf. Yeah. That's a good herb to use. Maca root is also a good herb for you to utilize, and take these things on a daily, okay? These things are going to help with your blood circulation, your blood flow, also your testosterone production, because as men, that's what drives us. You ever feel like you're not excited about having sex, or you're not excited about getting out of your bed, you're not excited to seize the day? You know what I'm saying? You gotta start getting that chemistry wired differently, okay? And testosterone is a hormone that has instructions for you to be a man's man. Kind of pushes you to drive you to go, and do the things you need to do. So Damiana leaf is great. Like we said, the watermelon is great. The mango makes the mango. Hey. Mango makes the mango. Go ahead and utilize the mangoes. Really put fruits in the body. The berries are so critical because the berries help with the nervous system. So you want the nervous system to fire the way it's supposed to fire. So when you tell the arteries to increase and allow more blood flow to the penis, that is a signal that needs to be sent for the arteries to do that. And there's another signal at the same time needs to be sent to the vein structures for them to constrict, to hold the blood within the penis. Because if they're firing wrong, the blood goes in and it quickly comes out, you lose your erection too quickly, right? Okay, so you got to start making sure that these automatic systems are working correctly, that there aren't any breaks in the connections, the synapses of these neurons. I'm sorry, of the systems. So berries help with healing the systems. So what kind of berries? All berries work. Blueberries, blackberries. I do berries every single day. All right. So start utilizing fruits, and you're going to cure the body. That's what it's about, curing the body. But make sure stop putting 87 octane in your Lamborghini. That's real. You want it to go? Yeah. Don't put shitty gas in that motherfucker. Stop doing that. So we got to stop eating the foods that our bodies have difficulties with breaking down to get the simple sugars that it needs. People keep asking me this question: where do you get your protein from? Look at me. They're like, where do you get your protein from? I usually say I don't need protein. Blows their mind. What do you mean? Everybody needs protein. What do you mean? I said, you don't need protein. You need what the protein breaks down into. Okay. And if your body can't break it down, you can't get it, can you? Right? If I wanted to build a luxury car like a Mercedes, I wouldn't go buy a brand new Mercedes and break that shit into small pieces and then rebuild it into a Mercedes. I just get the parts and build me a luxury car, right? So where do you get the parts from? You get the parts from the plants. Where does a cow get the parts from? The plants. It don't eat another cow to get its muscle, right? Where does a gorilla get its parts from? The plants. It don't eat another gorilla to get the parts. So it's a misnomer. Protein, like a protein powder, is in hemp protein. It's hemp amino acids. The plant has all of the smaller structures, and it takes those structures and it builds bone. It builds neurotransmitters, antibodies. It builds muscle from the smaller parts because the body likes things simple. Stop complicating shit. Stop putting the complicated shit in your body because your body goes, I can't fuck with that. I can't break that down. Let me try. Okay, I got a little bit of everything else goes down the track, and then it ends up rotting within your system, and that causes a fire. So now your body got to go put a fire out instead of focusing on growing new muscle for you. Pause all growth. We got to put this fire out. He keeps putting shit we can't break down in the body. So inflammation all in the gut. Then you're eating grains, and the grains is tearing a hole in your gut. It's ripping the villi right off the surface of your gut. And then it puts a hole in it, and that leaks into the bloodstream. That's another fire. Okay? So we got to stop giving the body all of this extra shit, damage control. It shouldn't be this way. It should be about you growing and you having life and energy. So when you eat foods and you feel sluggish, it's because you created a fire. And now your body's like, damn, I got to go put this shit out again. I spend 24/7. I'm a fireman for 24/7. I can't go fuck my wife. I got to put the fire out 24/7.
When you say to when people, how you say you eat fruit every day, right? Mm-hmm. But a lot of people say, oh, I can't eat fruit because there's too much sugar in it. What you got to say? Like,
that is another mindset issue, okay? Because the issue is they eat too much processed sugar. Remember I told you there's a God particle and there's a devil particle. Mm-hmm. So when you pull out sugar from fruit and you add heat to it, you change the molecular structure of it, right? And then it has to crystallize. So it's changed. The body doesn't recognize it as sugar. It can't utilize it. Remember the four pillars was what? You got a digestion. You also have to. What? Go ahead. No, you were saying. I thought you had it right there. You got it. No. So it's digestion. It's absorption. It's utilization, right? And then it's elimination, right? Okay. So when you put processed sugar, you can't utilize it. So the body doesn't eliminate it either. It just stores it, right? So now you have extra shit in your body in the lipids. So you're fat. You got all this fat around your stomach because it's stored in the lipids. But you have to make sure you eat the real sugar. Real sugar is fructose, monosaccharide. Very simple, easy to digest, easy to use, easy to utilize. And then the elimination is whatever the byproduct is, whether it be an acid byproduct or an alkaline byproduct.
Wow. Yo, real good, man. Once again, make sure y'all subscribe to Melanin Wellness Amistad, man. Amistad is breaking it down. Make sure y'all send him a DM, man. He's doing a health plan.
Yeah, I do a free meal strategy for everyone. Just send me your email, okay? And I'll sell you some shit later. I need money. No, what we really need is resources, land, so that we could plant, and raise our families. That's what we need, land. Okay? That's our inheritance, actually. They stole it and now they sell it back to us. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But we need the inheritance. Okay? Champion Luxury Transport. Oh, my bad.
No, go ahead.
Oh, perfect. Legacy, man. What you want to be known for, man? When they touch your name.
Man, I want to be known for someone that helps men to become better men, to lead women, and make babies, raise families.
Yeah. And your Champion Luxury Transport. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what is that service?
It's going to be a transport service. I collaborate with a gentleman by the name of Chris, and Chris he purchased a couple of vans, some beautiful vans. So you ever come to Atlanta and you want to have a party, we have a party type bus, and we also have an executive bus. So I want us to utilize the vans to do a podcast in. You know what I'm saying? So you'll be doing a podcast, in the van, and we just be traveling around Atlanta, going to different spots and, checking out, the different sceneries that we like to hang out with, but, hang out at. But that was one of the ideas that I had for Chris, and he's like, that's a great idea, but I'll just support the business. If you're in Atlanta and you want to have luxury transportation, you want me to take you to wherever you need to go, we got you. And you can have a little party in there and drink your libations. Don't give me none because I ain't going to drink it. Oh, sure. No, but I let people be where they're at. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Enjoy your life. You just need to progress. You need to progress. And whatever that progress is for you, that's what's for you, you know? And I applaud it. If you're standing still, I'm going to leave your ass, though. Don't stand still because I'm leaving you there. Yeah. All right. But if you're making some progress, I'll walk with you. And if you run, I'll run with you.
All right.
Okay.
And I want us to segue right to our controversial topic of today. But before we do, men, take care of your D. Harness the power of your D, and also make sure you clean it. Shouts out to Super Healer. She has D soaks ready, so make sure you also.
Oh, niggas got dirty dicks. What the hell going on? This is a dirty dick conversation.
Some men don't take the proper care to really treat their D.
You got to clean your D. Come on now. You can't have a dirty dick now.
Yeah, man. You can't.
Wow.
You can't, man. And make sure
that's low right there. So you can't get hard and it smell bad.
And men, make sure you eat a lot of watermelon, man. I mean, I'm telling you, if there's one fruit I love more than anything, is watermelon, man. I fell in love with that fruit. I'm trying to grow it, man. I talk to that fruit. I look at it. I eat it. I eat the white part, man. I kill that watermelon, bro. I stay on that watermelon.
That sounds like sexual intercourse over there. He was up. I was like, they say I eat the pussy. What? Okay, then. I do too, by the way. But the reason why you should eat watermelon is because that's where you're going to get your true hydration from. I don't even drink regular water, so it's hydration from fruit. That's why when shit hit the fan and we can't get no bottled water from Kroger, I don't give two fucks. I don't care because I don't drink that water. So.
Yeah.
Thumbs up, man.
Yeah, hey, thumbs up, man. So with this, we're going to lead to our controversial topic of today.
You cannot protect what you cannot control. Wait now. Sisters, when I use the word control, that makes you upset sometimes because you don't want nobody to control you. But no man can protect what he cannot control. Now, you don't have to be a control freak because she has a right to rebel against ignorance that masquerades itself in the form of a controller. I got to set a balance here. Otherwise, after this lecture's over, some nut is going to go home and say, see, I got to control what's going on up in here. But I say this, a woman will submit to you that allows them to see it, and they submit to it, then the wisdom is the controlling influence, not you personally. Listen, please. See, truth is above everybody. So you can't say, I'm the boss. I am the boss in this house. Well, wait now. You're supposed to be, but on what basis? It's not your ability to knock your wife around. It must be on the basis of the wisdom that you have for the situations that arise in the relationship. And if you both are angry, don't bother because she ain't listening to nothing you're saying. And the decibels that get louder and louder, and well, okay, you're screaming, you're hollering, and I'm going to do what I want to do anyway. So when anger subsides, then reason can grow in a house. You can never settle an argument where the male ego is involved if you as a woman don't know how to handle the male ego. That's why he lives in your mouth like a dentist, because you rip him apart with your tongue. You see his weakness.
Whew. Yo, shouts out to Louis Farrakhan, man. Like, that was a really good message, man.
That was a powerful piece.
Powerful piece, man. But it's controversial in today's time because it's a narrative being spread. You know what? I think it'd be better to let Dylan say this. We got the male review in here. Dylan Yale.
Come on, Purple Prince.
No, I don't have no camera. I'm not here. I'm the engineer, but The narrative is we see what's going on, man. Where I think we want opinions to run the relationship and not leadership and experience and logic to be the leading thing of the relationship. So when you're talking about, I had a conversation with somebody at work, one of my employees, and she was talking about the part that she wanted to play. I was like, well, y'all running from your calling as the nurturers. We are the workhorses. So you could, but I said we should do it this way. I say, see how you getting emotional talking to me, and we ain't even the ones fucking.
Mm-hmm.
So if you emotional talking to me, I can imagine how that relationship is going when you're talking to him. Not saying that he's right, but if you're going to follow his lead, follow his lead. Mm-hmm. You talk to that man like he a boy. That's because he did this, and what did you do? So I guess it's a meeting of the minds with me. If somebody has a role, play your role. Don't play your role then tell somebody else is their role. That's not how a team works.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Huey?
I think what Farrakhan said was on point, but I think he also said don't take the controlling thing too far.
Mm-hmm.
Like don't just think because I said so. You know what I'm saying? It's like lead by my action. Like lead by your action. Yeah,
yes.
If you're doing what you're supposed to do, then and you leading and actually being a real man, what comes behind it, what she does is gonna follow. But if you just not being who you're supposed to be, she don't gotta listen to you. She don't have no right to listen to you.
I think what also happens is we are going to make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
And we are very rarely allowed to fix that mistake.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's what happens. Mm-hmm. I fucked up the money. Go sit down somewhere so I can figure it out.
Right.
I'm human. And I think because whatever happened in their past, they had a failed situation and they don't want that to happen again. But the real coach, how many times you've seen a coach make a bad play call? He call everybody to the sideline. All right, that was a bad play call. This is how we fix this. That's what we need to. You got to have faith in your partner.
It's trust.
Yes,
it's trust in your partner. And the leadership role, I think, in the DNA of man, we are designed to be the leaders of this particular union between men and women. Women have, over time, assumed a masculine position, and it's almost like by design because they've been working these jobs. They're no longer in the home raising the children like they used to, and they have a distaste in their mouth to even think that was their role. It's almost like they spurn against it because now they're in a different realm. But that's what held the family together. The fact that we did our roles. She raised the children. She was that force in the home. It's so beautiful to think about it as a man, but I don't know what they're thinking about it when they think about it. It's not the same the way when we think about it, how beautiful that is. To them, it's like, oh, he wants me to be a slave. That's how they think about it. And I'm going, that is so far from the truth. As a team, my child needs to be able to make it in this world. And I have to teach that child to navigate in a way that child will grow into something or someone beautiful and awesome. And I need you to do that, your part, and I got to do my part. And there's a lot of trauma and anecdotal experiences, and these women utilize these things and place them on the new man, which is not what you need to do. And so I run into situations where I deal with women that just have a lot of trauma. But what's so amazing is I'm there. I keep saying I ain't going nowhere. I understand that this is how you respond to these things emotionally, but I am strong enough to withstand any storm. I've learned how to navigate when the storm is raging so we don't crash into the rocks. It would behoove you to do what I tell you to do. So Mr. Farrakhan is right 100%. She has to trust me as the leader. Otherwise, we're going to be bumping heads a lot. All right. And if we can't get in the same page, I'm going to move on. That's ultimately what I'll do. Just move on. You're not on the same page. For whatever reason it is. I still love you, though.
Facts.
Respect go both ways.
Respect go both ways, man. Hey. So with that, y'all, make sure y'all subscribe to the Vibe Motivational Shit podcast, man. We got Melanin Wellness Amistad. It has been a beautiful conversation, man. We have talked about health. We have talked about manhood. We have talked about men harnessing, acknowledging, and managing the will of the deep.
Will of the deep.
And now we're going to lead to the whole theme of this episode, the whole conclusion. Men, you are the leaders. You are the chosen ones. You are the providers. You are the go-getters. You are the manifestors. But it's up to you to acknowledge the power that you have. And through health, through making a step towards healthy means, could empower you each and every day. Something as simple as choosing berries over a steak could give you the motivation, could give you the energy of elevation for you to adopt a positive vibration, which can help you in your relationship, which can help you when it comes to your sexual desires, and which can help you harness manhood. So my men today, tap into this, learn from this, grow to this, and keep elevating. Hey, let's get it!
Man, I love this guy.